Alright, everybody, this is Badboys TV. This match will be kicking off here in probably about 8-10 minutes. They haven't even picked up the score sheets yet, but we'll get it fired up here in a minute. So, time to get your popcorn, your drinks made, or whatever you got to do, and we'll get started here shortly. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to Bad Boys TV. These guys are getting ready to get started. This is the hot seat match. It's a very important match because first place pays $7,300, second $5,100, and third is $3,600. So I'd like to win this match and be guaranteed a minimum of $5,100.
Well, whoever wins this match punches their ticket into the finals and will have to be defeated twice. So, yep, this a lot of times is the match that determines the champion. And these look like two pretty strong teams. Asian Invasion is Dan Louie, Kevin Fong, and Sam Mold. And the Commonwealth is made up of, let's see,
Andrew Warbolowski, Brad,
hard to read, Brad Portegas, and Stephen Follin.
Yeah, it might be Porteas.
Porteas, yeah, it's hard to.
So the Commonwealth is going to be Andrew, Brad, and Stephen.
And the Asian Invasion is going to be Dan, Kevin, and Sam.
Yeah, I don't want to mess up people's names.
Yeah, it goes out on the internet forever. It's not like you're taking a roll at the beginning of a class. You know, you mess up and everybody laughs. This, you mess it up over and over and over every time somebody watches.
Forever. Well, that was a little creepy.
I tell kids at school I've actually took a class in screwing up people's names. They look at me like I'm serious. I said it's the only class I passed. All right, so first off here, we have Dan Louie and Andrew on this first table, and Kevin and Brad on table number 2.
All right. Hopefully, by the 4th or 5th round, we'll figure out who's who.
Oh, I kind of got this down. So Dan breaks the balls.
Oh, and kicked in like that.
Horrible kiss.
I was just getting ready to see he held that cue ball good. And
yeah, he did hold it good, but, man, ball came flying around.
Very improper.
That to me is one of the worst rolls. That and the skid are the two worst rolls in pool.
Yeah, especially when you hold the cue ball good and then get kicked in from the middle. I mean, if you let the cue ball go and then it gets kicked in, it's not as bad. But when you park it in the table, and that's just brutal.
And you see that on a bar table because there's so much congestion.
Well, I have not seen the Commonwealth shoot, so
I haven't
this is
either.
my first glimpse at them.
I know Steven on their team, but that's it. So it's my first look at Andrew and Brad. And so far Andrew looks to appear to know what he's doing.
Well, it is the hot seat in the open division, so
kind of looks like an attorney who just took off his coat and is playing in a pool tournament.
Yeah, I like it when the pool players dress sharp.
Yeah, it's kind of refreshing.
Yeah, refreshing.
How often do you see a pool player in a long sleeve button-down shirt? It just
doesn't happen often. Beautiful roll up on the 8.
But in spite of his dress, he's run this rack beautifully.
He played this rack just about as sharp as he is dressed.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to have to get Tony Hargane to get some long sleeve button down hustling shirts.
Doesn't he have some? I know he's got some short ones, doesn't he?
Well, he's got I think he's got I like to call him the Valet Parker shirt or bowling shirt or whatever.
Right. So coming up on the table next should be Sam from the Asian Invasion against Steven from the Commonwealth. Ah, we know Steven.
I knew you would recognize him when you saw him.
He's a pretty nice guy.
Go ahead. You'll never make it through this match without telling.
I'm telling you. Well, don't anybody get their feelings hurt. It's just a joke, and it's how it played out. But Steven was up at the tournament desk talking to us the other day, and he's got that British accent going. And some player that was dressed comfortably walks up next to him, and he stands there, and he's just listening to Steven talk. And then he says, "Excuse me, are you from Liverwurst?" And Steven just turned around and he went, "You mean Liverpool?" And the guy goes, "Yeah, whatever." And I just said, "Step back, Trumper." And he stepped back a couple of steps and goes, "Hey, how did you know I voted for Trump?" And I just lost it, and Steven lost it. It was fun. Don't have to take it personal. It was funny. It was priceless.
Heck,
and if it wasn't funny to you just now,
I'm a Republican, and I thought it was funny, so.
Yeah, it looks like we have the hot seat match for the Tier 2 teams coming up next.
Yep, at 8 o'clock.
You guys want to stick around?
Next few hours, we'll know half of the teams that are going to be in the finals tomorrow's championship matches.
Yeah, Steven moved that backhand around a little bit there.
Yep, missed that.
Probably caused him to miss.
Came over to said something about the light to Bonnie on the table. I'm not sure.
What? I'm looking right at it. I don't see it flickering. Why is it? Oh, catch Scotty.
Out in the hallway there.
It's not, Bonnie. It's not the pool table light. It's the light up there.
Oh, yeah.
It's that light.
Well, the lighting guy is standing right over here.
Yeah, it's that light flickering up there. It's not the pool table light.
Yeah, I was looking out at the table. I couldn't see the light flickering.
Yeah, I didn't see it flicker either. But there is a light up in the ceiling flickering.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, it's still flickering a little up there. Okay, well, I'm back to not being able to see table 2, so.
Well,
what is it about the big guys that happen to stand right in front of me?
It's like
that's Brad shooting, I think. And then the crowd gets in my way again.
Brad played a safety. No. Okay, he had the 7. Now he's on the 8. He's got to shoot it all the way up table. But position will be natural for the 9 if he makes it. So try to keep everybody posted on that. Meanwhile, Steven's back at the table here, playing the 6. Okay, Brad pockets the 8.
Yeah, we'll see how everybody's nerves hold together. Yeah, a little farther than he wanted, but easily can hold this up for the 8. And Brad wins.
And Brad wins on the other
no.
end. So the Commonwealth take a 2-0 lead. And Stevens looking to make that 3-0.
Yeah, he went ahead and chose to go around the
What's
table
funny
and
is
back for shape. So
I saw that we had a match on the TV table this morning. Maybe you'll remember him. Team Europe. I really thought that these guys were that team.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it was a smart name though. Tyrell's on that team. The beard fella.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're just kind of rubbing in how good Europe's been kicking the U.S.'s butt.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wow, there's a sweep in the first round for the Commonwealth.
So when I saw that, I wanted to know were they doing the Europe chant every time they won a game? But apparently not.
Sorry about coughing in the mic.
Yeah, me too. It's this dry casino air is starting to get to us. This is week number 2 of 4
tournament play.
We'll be so dry.
We'll
be so dried up and coughing, and my lips are starting to chap.
Day 9 of. I go through the chapstick because the casinos just kick my butt. Okay, so now everybody's going to look at the ceiling.
Nobody noticed it until one guy. Oh,
I think one bulb is out on the light,
comes
but
the casino lighting guy.
It might have been caused by the flickering of other stuff. The table's lit pretty good.
Yeah, and
I mean, you can see the table in your screen.
I don't think that light up there is.
No, I think what bothered them is the flickering up above us. Let me do a little check in here.
They're testing something.
It's because they have.
No, the light is flickering.
Okay.
So tell Scotty to pull table 32 because it's.
Yep, just go yank light off of 32 and swap it. Sure, then get it. Just swap it out. Where's Kenny? He could help.
All right, looks like we're going to change the light here on this table. Bonnie has determined that maybe there is a light bulb flickering.
It might be their power, though, because the flickering is above us.
Could be.
I still don't see the flickering on that at all on the TV
don't, but
I'm looking right at the bulbs.
We're quite a ways away, but...
Well, this is going to take a couple of minutes.
You guys shot the lights out this morning. This morning you shot the lights out on TV.
Should have seen our last match. It was gross. Playing this, Brett?
I was going to say, I've just been following you guys through Nicole's Facebook feed.
Oh, they're going to do something. Our last match, we got like, I don't know, 20 rails in, like 7 times in a row. So.
Well, Rick went out to take a look at this light. Meanwhile, on table number 2, we've got Dan and Brad playing down there, and Brad is at the table, and I cannot see what he's actually shooting right at the moment. Well, you guys can see how we change out a light. Our crack table tech, Mr. Scotty and Kenny, are Gonna switch out this light real quick. And the lights are out. I'm commentating them changing the light. The new light goes up into place. Scotty will plug it in. And hopefully this is going to work.
Look at that form. Changing the light.
I'm joined in the booth by the lovely Caitlin Fannin, who has changed a light or two in her own on her own lights, I think, at Nationals.
Yeah.
I figure you have.
Just a few.
Just a few. Okay, that looks darker. Alrighty, I think we're just about ready to get back underway. Oh, Rick has escaped.
Good God, why? How's he got this thing? How can he talk with that thing touching his face?
I don't know.
All right.
So I've got Kenny now in the booth with me. Well, Kevin racks these balls.
Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and move this over here because I don't want to keep score. I failed miserably at this earlier while we were telling stories.
And I can't tell what's going on table number 2. But it looks like we had a winner. Maybe I can get Caitlin to go out and see who won between Dan and Brad. It would have been the 4th game down. Would have been the first one and the second. She's going to go check a score sheet for us. Because with all the commotion, we could see nothing. We were live streaming the changing of a light.
Yeah.
You're now forever on the internet changing out a light.
Yeah, well, I'm on the internet leveling tables as well.
Oh,
And
that's
shooting
good.
badly on a table. And
Shooting badly.
pretty much everything that I don't want out there.
Thank you.
It's
So-
probably the power, if
So
anything.
Dan got that for the Asian invasion. Cuts the lead to 3-1.
Well, hopefully where you're sitting, you can see that other table.
And we
having a
have
hard time.
Stephen and Kevin playing down here on the feature table.
All right, who's who? Who's who?
Well, this would be Kevin Fong at the table.
Oh, yep. Okay, I know this
You know
guy.
Kevin.
Yeah.
And you probably know Stephen Ferran, too.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay, yeah. Liverwurst?
Yeah, your dad told the story. Yep.
Uh-huh,
Liverwurst.
liverwurst. That's funny stuff.
Yeah, whatever.
Brett over here needs to stop smoking.
Oh, man. Oh, Caitlin says, nice butt, Kenny.
Did she? Where?
Oh, just about the 3rd remark down, right underneath
Oh,
the...
well, hey. I do what I can for you.
He exercises daily and eats right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not it. That would be from sitting in a Prius.
Oh, whatever.
200 days a year, driving across country.
I've been eating good and
I know,
doing
yeah,
planking and all that crap.
Planking?
Yeah, well.
Isn't that what the pirates did when...
That's right. That and, leveling the tables, they do about 50 million squats. Up, down, up, down. Well, that 4 looks like it could be a little bit of trouble, but if he gets up there, I think the 4-8 combo is doable. I don't think he's going to try to break that out.
Yeah, we'll see what he does right here off this 3. But
Mini Tournament Eddie, table 24, please.
Mini Tournament Eddie.
Tournament Eddie, 24.
Well, there are a few Eddies in the room.
Yes, there are. I think they're calling Eddie Parenti.
Okay.
Okay, he's decided to. Well, he may choose to just play safe here. I think if I was where he is, it would be my choice. Although
it back
he
up in
doesn't
there.
have a whole lot to get behind.
I feel like the live stream is farther behind than it was earlier today. Oh, they got cues in front of the. They got trees again. As soon as I have a spare body over here, apparently everybody left us. They just talking the cues are in front of that table again.
Who's talking about that?
Down here on the bottom.
Oh.
Leave him all the way down here on the rail. Did he get all the way down here? Yeah, that's not a bad spot to be. Hey, Derek. And if you can ask them to move that cue they've got to the right side of the table so we can, it's blocking the stream a little
It's
bit.
Dan's cue.
Is it Danny's?
Yeah, it's Dan Louise.
Yeah, just ask Danny if they can move the cue to one side or the other of the table.
Yeah, he's not in this game, so now would be a good time to ask him.
Yeah.
All right, so looks like the Asian Invasion won down on the other table.
That's not a terrible place to leave it either. They're not really hiding anything yet. They're just making it a tough shot.
So Steven comes up here. Somebody's going to make a mistake on this 4.
There's a good leave.
Yeah, Danny was nice enough to move his cue out of the way, and then Kevin almost put his right out there. But
Oh, it's going to be a struggle. Sprouting
the
trees.
things that we do for the viewers out there.
Oh, no.
Used to think pool is about the players, but because of people like us streaming, it's about the viewers.
That's all about me. What are you talking about? Oh, he's going to jump it?
Well, more to vid, we do what we can for you guys. We appreciate you watching, taking part in the broadcast.
Nice hit. And the cue ball's going to come up under here.
Wow,
Don't
look at
trickle up.
this.
Look at
That's
that.
a great jump shot. Anything you can do, I can do better here. It's nice safety. Now try this one.
Yeah.
And Steven has gone for his jump cue. He's like, okay.
They're just trading back and forth for a while.
We had we're having a little safety exhibition. Now it's evolved into a jump shooting contest. Oh, I thought he made it.
Almost,
Buddy,
but-
look at this. You got it.
I like it.
Take that, mate.
Well, no, that's just weird. Well, no, the shot, I saw him shoot the shot on the table because I could barely see it. And then the stream was like 2 seconds behind here. And then over here on the, we're watching you guys in the chat. There's another, 15, 20 seconds. I could watch that same shot 3 times in a row.
Well, now we're going to have a little kicking exhibition.
All we need is the Massey next. That's what I just said to him. Oh, we're just over here making fun of each other. Well, no one's up on the other table. I think they're waiting on one of the players
Yeah.
from this one.
I have a feeling that
Yeah, 3-2, isn't it? Is that stagger time?
Yeah, always happens in the
the
second
next,
round.
I get a feeling both of these guys are, one of them will be up on this table and the other one on the other table.
Well, there's your opportunity to get away with it.
Okay, so it looks like Steven has won the race to a shot. I was telling your dad I saw there was a Team Europe this morning, and I just assumed that this was who they were.
Oh, because of
these guys are all
Fallon. Was it Steven?
Yeah.
Stefan?
Steven. And then I was informed that no, it wasn't. It was just I can't remember who he said it was, but
Oh, it was Tyrell. And
yeah, Tyrell. They just named it that because they wanted to intimidate all the American teams,
it's funny because
which they are an American team.
Yeah, most of these players know each other anyways, so it's funny.
So it was kind of funny. I think they might have done a little better had they done the Europe chant every time they won a game.
Oh.
That would have that might have got into people's heads a little bit.
I don't know. If it's only 3 people doing it.
It would probably only be 1 because the other 2 are playing.
Yeah. I don't think you can really do a chant like that all by yourself. I don't think it works.
It doesn't work as well. Well, Steven's going to shoot this 7 down table. And
Come
follow all
on.
the way.
But ooh.
Boy, that takes a heck of a stroke, and he's coming right at the 8. Well, does he bank it or play safe?
Yeah, bank it. They're asking who Caitlin is. One of our crew.
Who's this Caitlin everybody's talking about?
Yeah. No, Caitlin, I don't think has ever been to Lincoln City.
No.
Just nationals, and she just got a job in the medical field here in Seattle, and so she came down because she had a couple days off. So we put her to work.
She definitely improves the aesthetics of the Badboys team. We'll put that. Nothing personal.
Sure.
I would rather look at Caitlin than you. I'm just saying.
Unless she's giving you the stink eye. She's got a mean stink eye. See, I'm getting it right now. You can probably feel it through the mic, the stink eye I'm getting. There it is. I think it trickled out too much.
Ouch. Ouch. Somebody said I was the sexiest thing behind the Lincoln City counter. Ouch. We're in trouble. We're going to have a bunch of blind pool players if that's the case.
That was a nice shot.
Any tournament players, Ellie? 3 more.
Right on back where it needed to be.
All right, so Steven wins that one.
Right here.
And the Commonwealth leads this match 4-2.
So Dan got the one earlier, and you never wrote it down.
Keeping it on the computer, and
well, I need to.
I don't write stuff down.
Yeah, obviously.
Never write anything down, people. That's when you get caught.
Well, how are you at 4-2? Who won between Sam and Andrew?
Who won between?
Sam and Andrew.
Obviously, Sam did.
Are you sure? Or you're just giving
Well,
people
because-
games for no good reason?
Because it's got to be. You got to get to the 2.
Assuming you're right.
Oh,
Oh.
you're questioning whether I am right here? It would be the first time all week, but. All right, so Steven is racking these balls for Dan Louie. Oh, Paul's not in the chat. We don't have to worry about it.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be back.
He was having a fit that we weren't using the last names of people he didn't know.
Oh, poor Paul.
I'm like, does it matter whether we say Steven or Steven Ferrand? You still, well, he might know Steven.
Maybe.
I think Steven may be living up in Canada.
And Chad asked if Caitlin plays pool. Not at all. She just got sucked in it because she's part of the family.
She doesn't play pool at all.
No.
It's just not good.
She says she does, just not good.
1 in the side, 9 drops. Okay.
She plays with a beer in one hand and a pool cue in the other hand at the local bar, probably.
So
All
who
right, 9 on the break. That would be Dan
All
Louie.
right.
So
there? So now we're 3-4, assuming your count's right.
well, if my count is not right,
Well, no, at the end.
it would be because I believe we had Caitlin check the score out there for us once, and that's what she told me.
No, she checked the score on Dan versus Brad, and then you just stopped paying attention over there. No, and then Kevin is currently playing Andrew on the other table, so we're getting Sam and Brad up here.
Yep, and this would be Brad racking the balls. This will be our first look at him on the stream table in this match. In fact, I don't know that Sam has played a game on his table yet. Bless you.
Oh, I moved the mic way away and I could still hear myself. I apologize for that. And bye-bye brain cells.
That's all right.
The weak ones die first. I saw a 4 go, and I think something else went up in the corner there. Yep, 2 went.
Yep, got a long, tough shot on the 1. Good thing is he needs to go to the other end of the table for the 3, and
And
that's
he's-
where that cue
yeah,
ball will be going.
he's headed that way anyway. It's en route. Kind of feel like from this angle, if he shoots it with enough speed to make it, he's going to go pretty far. He might go too far. So, yep,
Yep,
he
he's
went ahead and
playing
did that.
safe.
Oh, no.
Are you talking to yourself? Or?
Yeah, Caitlin's in the chat, even though she's not on the mic now.
You can be in the chat on your phone. Nice.
She knows how to tech.
That's okay. That big metal bar will stop your head from hitting the wall.
Alright, kicks it up there, and I think he wanted to go a little bit farther.
He would have liked to have tucked it in behind the 9, but Sam cuts it in,
Stays up.
breaks
table.
everything wide open, and has a shot on a 3. That was a very nice shot.
it just cut off?
It's cut off. I've tried to fix the starboard does not like long names. I'll figure out how to fix that eventually, but I think I'm gonna have to get a new overlay for that. Ooh. Well, he's still okay.
Well, the problem is now he's
Getting to
shooting
that
over the
six.
6.
Yeah, and getting back to it.
Yeah, and shooting the 5. This is fraught with peril.
Ooh. 10-cent word right there. I knew there was a reason you were a teacher.
Well, he is able to hit this with his level Q. So. And he wiped his nose on the way in and has shape on the 6. Wow, that was a nice shot. Very nice shot. Phil wants to know if you'll be in Lincoln City, Caitlin. Come on down to see us.
Yeah.
It's only like a 6-hour drive.
I don't even have a car.
Yeah, you got real work to do. You got to make enough money to support us in our old age.
Kenny can stop by and pick you up on his way by.
Yeah, 'cause I totally go through Seattle. on my
Well,
way
you
there.
will be now.
That's not on my list of places to go.
Portland, Seattle, it's not. Just come across on I-90 instead of I-84.
Yeah. Now we'll be coming.
All right, so Sam wins that. And the Asian invasion ties up the score at 4.
Yeah, except for what happened on the other table there, Mr. Brett.
Uh-oh, we did not see.
Who won between Kevin and
Kevin
Andrew.
walks over. I'm going to say Kevin won.
Yep, I saw the fist bump. So
We're going to take fist bumps as I got that one.
4, 5, 5, 4.
Hope these guys aren't like NBA players. They miss a free throw and they high five everybody. It's like, no, you missed. Why, yes, Phil. I will be in Lincoln City. See you there. Now he's probably not going to come.
I wouldn't go to see you either.
What? That's right. You weren't there last March.
No, I was Wisconsin.
You were in Wisconsin.
Oh, it was cold and miserable. Nice break. Stay out
Wow.
of trouble like that.
That was a beautiful break. We've got the ever cordial Steve Lingelbach hanging out with us.
Just randomly waving at us from a foot
us
away.
Giving us a wave. He would be the tournament promoter at this event. He and his lovely wife, Carissa. They put in a lot of work in this event.
It's never easy setting up an event.
They've done a good job.
Well, he is really straight on that 3-ball. He's going to want to yank it way back up there if he can. Oh, that'll be all right.
Yeah, it's nicely done. Now it's, will you shoot this with inside English or outside and go
It looks
two
like he's
rails?
hitting low.
Looks like
on the
he's
right.
hitting it. Yeah, with some low inside. Wow.
Oh no!
Here,
No!
don't do it.
Oh no!
Man. It's like it had a GPS on getting back there. All right, he's going to go to the air. Here we go.
Yeah, almost.
It was a pretty good attempt, but he missed. And I don't know that 5 passes. The 8. Oh, it was a foul.
Right.
Must have nicked the 8. We couldn't see because his body was in the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't see it.
His body was kind of in the way for us to see it. Danny saw it.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter if that 5 goes in that corner.
Not anymore.
Is anyone even playing on that back? There they are. Okay, they are playing over there still.
All right, Dan has this 8. Go down table for the 9.
Nicely
Very
shot.
nicely done. Think he may have played that shot a time or two in his life.
Oh, maybe just once or twice. That's about it.
And Dan marks up another one for the Asian invasion.
All right, 6-4.
They take a 6-4 lead. Wow, they were down 3-0. Now they're up 6-4. Last couple of matches, we've seen some pretty nice comebacks. So we got Sam racking the balls for, looks like Steven is coming over.
Yep. And Kevin and Brad are playing on that back table. A lot of balls on the table, so are you sure they're not playing 8-ball on that other table? There's a lot of balls over there.
One pocket. I don't know. Every time, it seems like every time somebody breaks over there, the balls aren't spreading good.
Well, it was weird because earlier they were just finishing games back to back on that table really quick, and now it's like, I don't even know.
Wow, another nice break on this table. Steven makes 3 balls, has a shot on the 2, with a nice angle to come down for the 3.
I think it's all because of that light we swapped out.
Must be.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Hey, that's the side with the gremlin with the baseball bat kicking him back out. It's the other side that would have
that
been
ball
trouble.
took a hard look inside that pocket and decided, no, not today.
It thought about being a cliff jumper and realized it was afraid of heights. Well, that's probably not the side of that ball you want to be on, but you should be able to come down and up onto the right side and play that 5 in the left corner.
Yeah, that's where he was going to want to play that 5 anyway, but
Yeah.
he just overrolled position a little.
Oh,
But he plays pretty sporty, so I don't think.
Oh, that's the
look,
second
it's
time
going right at it.
he's gone to the bottom rail and then come out not at the angle he intended.
Yeah. I had hoped to get him in the booth to commentate with me, and we were all set for that to happen, and then he got called up for a mini tournament that he had entered.
Oh, of course he did.
I'm like, just give him his money back. I want to commentate with him. He does a great Darren Appleton impression.
Does he?
Oh,
I
man, he
caught that.
sounds exactly like Darren.
Well, I mean, they're all from Liverwurst, aren't they?
Apparently.
Ah,
Whatever.
same difference, whatever. And it comes on around. Look at that.
Yeah, everybody now
From anywhere in
from-
Europe, and yeah, they're all from Liverwurst.
from the United Kingdom.
Yeah. All right, so Steven puts that one away.
Well, they needed that game.
I feel like
Momentum was starting to get away from them a little bit.
we skipped down a ways somehow.
Well, that game on the other table is still going.
Yep, they're waiting on both those players. So.
Yeah, so now
So they're probably going to sit for a minute before we get caught back up.
Thank you for Facebook streaming.
I got like 2 people to kind of sit in
Yep, we're sitting waiting on that other table to finish.
Menu tournament players, I need 3 more for the open 9-ball and 4 more for a tier 2.
As soon as I got done with the live stream, he was like, "Hey, can you send me that?" I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Well, it looks like they're on the 4-ball down there on table 2.
I'm telling you, they're playing 8-ball on that other
And
table.
they've pocketed that ball, but they're not real good on the 5.
Maybe they're playing banks over there or something. It's taking them a while.
It's Andrew at the table. Kevin's just patiently waiting his opportunity if he gets one.
Meanwhile, back at the
Wow.
Bat Cave.
Andrew has made a really nice cut on the 5 and got in line, so he's got the 6 and the 7 at one end, the 8 and 9 at the other. They all look to lay pretty good, but we are probably a good 70 feet from the table, so
I can tell you how far that is.
well,
It's the length of a semi-trailer with a tractor. That's how far away that is.
okay.
Almost exactly.
It's not quite the length of a basketball court.
I haven't spent much time on a basketball court. I wouldn't really know. But I have spent a lot of time in semi-trailers.
Yeah, they look a lot bigger on the inside than they do on the outside.
You'd be
You drive
amazed.
by one, it's like, oh, it's big, but man, when you start unloading pool tables,
They
out
just
one,
keep
they
coming
just-
and coming and
there's
coming.
just never-ending rows of pool tables in there.
Yep.
You keep looking for that front wall.
Caitlin's making jokes over here. And it looks like he's on the 9 straight in the side, so we should be getting another match on our table in just a second here.
And the Commonwealth have evened up this match at 6.
Wait a, oh yeah, because we're 1 ahead over here. So 5, 6 right there.
Do we match on the score there, Ken?
Yep, we're
Hey.
finally right again.
Wonders never cease.
Yeah.
Give somebody a win down below.
I don't know, whatever. I don't care about down there.
Okay.
I'm up here now. This is the important part. So we're gonna get either Brad and Kevin or oh wow, or okay. Hopefully they put Brad and Kevin here because
Well, that's who we have. Stephen and Kevin here.
Oh my goodness, they've skipped way down here again. All right. So it's Brad and Dan. Wait a minute.
At the other end, we have Andrew and Dan Louie. Well, if you want, you could go look at their score sheet and compare it with ours. Oh, Caitlin just went and took a picture of their score sheet. Man, the tech giant here. You know, if you filled out the score sheet wrong, I am going to laugh like crazy. Not that you've ever filled out a score sheet before, but
This doesn't make sense. Why are you said Dan and Andrew were playing on the other table?
yeah, looks like it.
Well, they just played right here. Dan should be playing Brad on the other table. I believe Dave made a mistake. Because I've got it right according to the picture. And that should be where Brad and Kevin are playing. No? Let me look at that one more
Kevin is playing Steven right here on this table. We're watching it. Us and our millions of viewers are watching it right here on the TV.
Sam and Steven have already played. Kevin and Brad already played, so the score should be 6-7. 6-6. Unless I can't add. 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3. That stays 3, 4, 4. 4, 5. This is 5. Nope, here we go. There's where our mistake was. 6. There's 5 here. Okay, so the score is in fact 6-6.
That's what everybody but you had.
No, but what I'm saying is you said Dan is playing.
Dan is down there on table 2 at the table right now playing.
He has to be playing Brad.
Okay, playing Brad.
That's what I was saying. You were saying the wrong person. And we should have Steven and Kevin Fong, which we do. Okay.
Well, Kevin's got not really much of a shot on this too. Looks to me like he's either banking it or playing safe. And he was playing safe all the way, which didn't quite work out for him, but he's left Steven a tough shot on the 2.
And the 2 to the 3 isn't fantastic. Nicely done.
I want pizza. They're eating pizza in the chat room.
Really?
Speaking of pizza, Luke's back.
All right. Nice shot. That shot was so good the camera shook.
Luke picked up a cup off there,
I
and
know,
I couldn't believe that that shook the camera. I was
Well,
like,
the
"Are you kidding?"
camera's like 20 feet up, barely, it don't take
We need
much.
a referee over here on the table.
No, it's table beside us.
Yep,
Yeah.
table 3.
Good shot.
Alrighty, Steven's got a bit of a cut on this 5, but he should be able to handle this. It's a little. Ooh, I didn't really mean to do that.
Nope, Danny's taking his break cue over to the other, or
Dan,
jump cue to the
yeah.
other table.
Yep, Dan is going to shoot a jump shot down there. Steven missed the 5, so Kevin comes to the table.
All right. Well, Luke's bringing me drinks. I don't even know what it is. I didn't even ask for a drink. He's that nice. That's why we keep him around.
Luke's buying you drinks.
Yeah. No, I don't. It doesn't look like it's got any good stuff in it.
Well, Kevin looks to be in good shape. He's got the 6 right in front of the hole. He's just got to come down for the 8. Goes around the 9. They're still going at it down there on table 2. Dan's back to the table because Brad hung the 5.
He was looking at this 8 for quite a while.
Yeah, I think he may be a little straighter than he wanted to be, but I don't know. 2 rails out of the corner. Me.
I tend to screw this
We'll
up
see.
a lot, this shot. I like the 2, coming 2 rails up and out, but for some reason I always hit it wrong. I either bobble it because I'm really trying to make sure I get
Yeah.
up there, or
If you get a bad angle, it makes it a pretty tough.
oh, look at that. Nicely done.
Yep, that was very nicely done. Looks like Dan is shooting the 8 down there on the other table. Rolls it in nicely, comes down for the 9. Meanwhile, Kevin. All right, so the Asian Invasion both are shooting the 9 balls.
I assume Danny put that
And
away.
they both made them.
There we go.
They did.
7 and 8.
So that makes it 8-6. And let's see.
Looks like we're going to get... Nope, Dan's headed over to the other table, I believe, so we're going to have...
Sam and Brad. Is it?
No, we should have Kevin and Andrew.
Kevin is standing right here. We have Dan and Sam playing for Asian Invasion.
So they're skipping Kevin and Andrew.
I'm not sure why they would do that.
I don't know. That's what got us confused before, I think, is they skipped around a bit.
Okay, Dan is playing
Steven.
on the far table.
And I guess we've got Sam and Brad, even though it should be Kevin and Andrew, so whatever. I don't know. Chat's asking if we carry store merchandise with us while we're on the road. Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Well, we have Sam and Andrew playing right here.
Oh, okay.
And we have Dan and Steven playing on the far table.
Oh, I see.
You're the one that's skipping down.
Well, it happens. Anyways, the answer is sometimes yes, we have stuff. Sometimes no. It depends on where we are in the country, what semi-trucks are where, and the easiest way to make sure you get Bad Boys merchandise is head on over to badboysbp.com, go to our online store. If there's something we have that's not on the store, feel free to go to contact me, send us an email, and we're in the process of adding more to our store and getting it more organized at the moment.
We usually always have stuff in Lincoln City.
Yep, generally in Lincoln City we have most of our stuff. Most of the time.
Most of the time, most of the stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's a logistics nightmare sometimes getting pool tables and stuff and equipment everywhere you need to. Sometimes you gotta leave some stuff with a different trailer, and logistics nightmare. That's all I gotta say about that.
And we keep making it tougher with adding streaming equipment
Oh,
to bring.
no. Ooh, I did not mean to do that. We're just gonna not bump my mic again. All right. Well, that's an interesting push.
Yep, so Andrew chooses to push out and leave Sam very long.
Long and a bit funny. Is he going to get all the way up under here? Take a step to the side for me, buddy. There we go. Yep, that's not bad.
That's very nicely done.
Apparently we don't have much in the store at the moment. I'll get on it as soon as I'm done here and after I've driven across country. Then I'll sit down and start figuring out the store again. So many jobs, so few people on
For
staff.
some reason, I thought Jeremy took care of this.
Jeremy does. Why did I say I'm gonna figure it out? That means I'm gonna sit down with Jeremy and go, okay, what's on the store?
Oh, okay. You're going to call Jeremy and go, hey, put some stuff in the store.
That's exactly it. Well, and then I got to get stuff to Jeremy because anything people
Right.
buy from the store, Jeremy's going to have to send out because, yeah.
Well, that was a nice kick. He fuzzed the one, came down behind the...
And left the rail first, but didn't quite get it in the hole.
Sam hit that pretty well, but it did not go. Now Andrew has a nice starting shot on the one here. Wants to get about center table for the two.
I wonder if that 3 goes into the side if need be. Pretty confident goes up table just fine, but
Yeah, I think I'll play it up in the corner. I don't think it goes in the side where he's at.
ooh,
Well,
that
he
could
hit,
be
Well,
trouble.
he hit that a lot harder than I would have. I would have rolled that and wanted the 2 to stay right there.
Yeah, I think he was trying to pull the cue ball back to the rail above the 7. I don't think, or between, I don't know, he looked like he hit that low and
Yeah.
popped it, like he was trying to pop it over.
It's just like, where's the 2 going now?
Nowhere at the moment. All right.
Well, he's left a long 2-9 combination. Don't think that's quite what he wanted to do.
No.
This is all because he shot that 2-6 combination so hard.
Well, on this shot, it feels like it's easier to make the combination with that 9 on the rail like that than if it was off the rail. So
Yeah.
that's not helping him out either. Well, caught the rail early.
Yep. Hit rail.
And
But he got a nice little roll at the end. The 9 has
safety
blocked the key.
allowed. Safety allowed.
A delayed safety. Meanwhile, down on table 2, looks like Steven has just missed the 4, and Dan is coming back to the table.
Oh, missed the 2.
So Sam will have ball in hand on the 2. And, well, he was looking at the 2-9 again. I'm thinking he really doesn't like this 3 if he's going to shoot that 2-9.
Yeah.
Tournament
Not-
players, I have 4 spots in the tier 2 and 3 spots in the open. Come
Okay,
play some
good.
major.
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, I'm not gonna swing at it from there. I don't think.
That way we're at the same level. I'm pretty sure you'd still beat it.
Is Danny giving up the table to Steven? No, he's still off the table. Thought he was walking away for a second.
Nah, he's shooting the 5, it looks like. Okay, he made the 2, broke open the 3-8 very nicely.
Not
The birthday girl is still in the building.
the 3 must not have gone in the lower right corner because I wouldn't have broke that out. I would have played for shape to play it down and
Yeah, I
roll
don't
up
think
table.
he liked.
Nice. Spin it back a little bit. Keep some angle.
What did you get your mom for her birthday, Kenny?
I told her she could go to bed early.
Yeah, but she's still here.
Yeah, we're all sick in the head. I
Just can't leave.
I didn't get her squat.
Oh.
I blew all my money on Christmas, and I don't make much money.
What? Somebody at Bad Boys has got to be making all the money. It's not me.
Yeah, that's not us either. Oh, not there. No.
Oh,
I think
he's
he's got
okay.
enough distance, but
Yep, he's okay.
you don't.
Tough shot, but he's got to make this all the way up. I'd go across and back out to about the center.
There we go.
Ooh, he overcut it. Okay, he's all right.
Yeah, I saw you getting nervous over there. And
I believe Dan won that game down at the
well,
other
let's see if he does a fist bump.
It's Dan.
All right, whatever. I'll just go with the flow. And who just got it on our table?
That'd be Sam.
That's Sam. So if your math's right, it is 10-6.
I will get somebody to go out and just verify.
Like a Caitlin.
Maybe we can get Caitlin to just verify.
Hey, Caitlin. Can you see if Sam won against?
Just verify that it's a 10-6
Or-
score for us.
Yeah. Just see if it's 10-6. It's this one we're not sure about. Round 6, game 1. I'm pretty sure he got it as well because he was at the table when I last looked up. Ah. Okay, it is still 9-7.
It's 9-7. That's what we need to know.
Yeah, that's the only one we needed to know. Go look and see if it's 9-7.
I don't really care who won what. I just need to know that the score is either 10-6 or 9-7.
I can't hear you. No, just go look at their score sheet. Just walk over, snatch it.
Yeah, just
Snatch it
grab
away from them. And be
Grab
like-
it right out of their hand.
Exactly.
Oh, she did.
She did just snatch it. I like it.
Okay, 9-7.
Brett's over here jumping the
All
gun.
right, well. All right,
There we go.
9-7. Been verified. Thanks to Caitlin.
That's why we keep her around.
She went over, pulled the score sheet right out of the player's hand, brought it over to us, and then threw it in his face when she went back. Because that's the kind of girl she is.
Yep.
She's like, here's your damn score sheet.
I didn't want it anyway.
We are done with it. Boy, that 4 looks like it's sticking out. I don't know that he can see a whole lot of this 1.
Oh, he could see more than all of it.
Smokes. Holy smokes.
Nice shot,
wow.
And the camera angle lies again.
Yes, it does. That 4 looked like it was.
I beat this guy so bad. It was gross. It was gross.
Well, apparently the players in front of us are having a conversation about minis. I can't see the second table at all.
I know these two guys, they split.
Take your money, move along so we can track the other table.
All right.
Makes 2, gets right on top of the 3. And Sam is at the table over there right now on the other one.
Yeah, it's Sam and Brad are both. Brad's looking to see what he wants to do with this 3. I got a feeling he's going to play a safety. Heck, he may have room to cut it, though. I can't tell. Oh, he could cut it, but it hung up in the corner. So Sam comes to the table.
Oh, right, okay. I get it. I get it now. Yes, I do.
All right, 3 disappears. I don't think he really wanted the cue ball on the rail to shoot this 4, but all he's got to do is roll the 4 in. 5 is right there.
Just a little tappy. And
Wow. Wow. He didn't even come close. Man. That almost looked like he was playing a safe, and I know there's no way he's playing safe when the ball's sitting in front of the hole like that.
and he hit it hard enough that I'm pretty confident if
Brad's
going to
play safe.
It wouldn't have rolled off.
And it's a nice one. He tucks the cue ball behind the 5.
Tier 2 mini tournament, race to 4. Stella S.
There's too many heads in my way.
Table number 21.
Down at the other end, Kevin is at the table, and they're on the 2 ball.
All right.
Every time I see this team with Brad, I think of that commercial. You know, they better never, decide they don't want him on the team, because nobody could replace Brad.
That's funny.
Been through everything. 2 regionals and 4 nationals.
Yeah, Brad, I think I've seen him in Lincoln City a couple times. He seems familiar. I don't think he's anyone I've ever really talked to, but I definitely think I've seen him. He looks familiar. Yeah, no, I've definitely seen him. And as I get a better view in the camera, because I can't see through all the heads in my way. Whoop, and nice shot. Yeah, when I was over there getting them filling out the rosters, Danny told me something about he came up with the name Asian Invasion. I can't remember. There's something like, I think it was a comedian troupe that's playing like someplace right next to his place. Happened to have the same name. We saw it right the day after he picked the name.
Oh, that's funny.
I was like, well, it was meant to be. Or you were napping on your couch, half asleep, and heard a commercial. I mean, that's a brilliant idea. I'll go with that name. Subliminal
Well,
messaging.
Dan is Japanese. I believe Sam is Filipino. And Kevin, I believe, is Chinese or Taiwanese. So
all right, it makes sense, yeah.
It really is kind of an interesting.
What are you guys doing to my drink? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm not drinking that now. I don't know what they've been doing to it. I don't trust you.
They didn't open it.
Okay. Our crew is a shady batch of people. You don't leave your Facebook unattended.
Not at the tournament desk.
No.
Unless you're Bonnie.
Dan is Chinese. Hey, look, Toshi's in the chat again. Welcome back.
Hey, I said, oh, Dan is Chinese. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Toshi.
Fong is Chinese as well.
Well, okay, I kind of had that one right.
No, no.
I don't.
Is he going to give us the last one?
Yeah, it's Sam Filipino. There's. Watch, he's from.
He's from Hawaii.
Watch, I was wrong. Yeah, he's Hawaiian. Samoan.
Samoan.
Yeah, I'd be wrong no matter what.
Most Samoans I know are really big, tall guys, though. It doesn't look Samoan to me. At least the ones I always knew.
I am the worst at guessing where people.
Oh, their background, yeah. And Sam is Pinoy. Is that how you say that?
Oh, I was right. That means he's from the Philippines.
Oh, well. I didn't know that was.
I was 2 out of 3. I missed Dan.
Well.
Because as long as I've known Dan, he's been from Seattle.
Yeah. All right.
So.
That was Brad that just got that.
Brad got that one,
and Fong is on the
he's on the
over
8
there.
down there.
So it looks like we're probably going to be 10-8 here in a second. Well, it looks like he might have some work to do on that table over there still. He's looking at it real hard on that other table.
Yeah, he's focused pretty hard on this 8. It looks easy from where we are, but apparently he's cutting it back to the pocket, I think. Let everybody know what happened. He's down on the ball. Taking some practice strokes. Lots of them. Shoots it. And he scores.
And he scores.
And
Field
cue
goal.
ball comes down, and he's on the 9. He doesn't take too much time here. He's down. And pulls the cue back. Lets it fly. Nothing but leather.
No, nothing but leather. All right, so Kevin. Yeah, I see it.
So the Asian invasion has reached the hill at 10-8. Commonwealth, they're going to need to win the next 3 games.
In the chat, we got questions. Love this channel. Is it always up? The channel will always be on YouTube, but we will not always be live streaming. We do 18 events a year. We don't stream all of our events, but whenever we do stream, if you hit the subscribe button and that little bell next to subscribe, every time we go live, it'll notify you, and the videos stay online after we're done as well.
Right. So even if you miss a tournament, in fact, we will be recording matches at Derby City, and we'll show those after the tournament is over. We do not want to compete with AccuStats. They do a great job. They are the masters of live streaming. Please support them during the Derby City Classic. But we will be taking matches that they don't choose, because a lot of times there's more than one good match there, believe it or not. When you get all the best players in the world, there's not only one good match per round.
And in just a moment, I'm going to open this real quick. If you go to, on YouTube, Q Sports International, a lot of our videos will be going there when we do CSI events. For those of you in the chat, that should be linked to their site, or their YouTube channel, so you can subscribe there as well. And when we do videos for CSI, we'll be posting directly to that channel. So be sure to subscribe and like their page as well for notifications for those events.
We do a lot of cross promotion.
Sound went out. Just rewind the video for a second and you can get that answer again. All right. So
Paul wants to know what match is coming up. That would be the hot seat match in the Tier 2 teams.
And you can
go to ctsondemand.com to see what the names of those teams are because we're a little busy at the moment.
yeah. Or alternately, badboysbp.com and then hit live brackets, and you can also
go
get there that way.
Yes, you can.
I know you have the power, Paul. Nice channel, Rick. Actually, this is Brett Baker and Ken Jones. I happen to be signed into his account. He's currently running the event over somewhere.
Nah, he's sitting out in the hall.
No, he's sitting out in the hall.
He's sitting out in the
smoking.
hall, smoking and talking to people. Oh, here he comes. He heard us talking about him. He just walked through the door.
Yeah, his ears were burning.
Well, we can see nothing on the tables now. We've got Chris Byers blocking our boy is tall.
Yeah, he is. So Dan and Andrew on TV table, Kevin and Brad on the far table.
And we'll need to be sure if this goes to a hill that we get them on the TV table.
Nice shot, Dan. Whoa.
Dan has
There
made
we
a
go.
nice shot there, but I don't think it's going to get that far because I just don't see Dan not getting out here.
No.
But I was wrong earlier today, numerous times in the same rack.
I think that match was just cursed. I watched like 4 shots in a row and I was like, I don't know what's going on. These
I
are
almost-
all top players. It was crazy. It was madness. There was a butterfly flapping its wings in Africa. It was
my
messing
goodness.
everything up.
I talked to Matt Horner after that match. I said, "You made me look like an idiot." He goes, "Sorry, buddy." He goes, "I kind of felt like I made myself look like an idiot too."
Yeah. He was probably watching that Seattle game
Oh, I
on the
don't-
TV.
I
That's
don't
what
know.
it was. I told the guy he
No,
probably.
he's not a Seahawks fan.
I know, but he was betting on the game.
Oh, he did have a bet.
Yeah.
Well, you knew you were going to win that one then because you bet with Luke.
Yeah. You never bet with Luke. You always bet against Luke. That's a fact.
I was a winner today.
Ooh. that bump could have been a little
Okay.
dangerous, but that looks like
Came
that
out
worked out.
nice.
Smelling like roses.
He'll shoot the 7 down in the corner. Stop right there for the 9.
Well, looks like Brad's making a good out on the other table, but it might not matter if Dan gets out here.
Yeah. This was a pretty well played match. Both these teams are. I think we could see a rematch of this in the finals. I don't know
Ooh.
who else is coming through, but
He used that whole pocket.
these are 2 of the better teams
Yeah,
I've seen.
I would say their Fargos are fairly close as far as team average, but I
Well,
actually don't have one on.
we don't know because-
Steven at the moment.
Yeah, one of the players doesn't have a Fargo.
He
rating.
actually, I'm pretty sure he has a Fargo. It just didn't translate into our thing. And there goes Dan.
All right,
taking
so
it away.
the Asian Invasion has secured their spot into tomorrow's final.
They've begun the actual invasion.
They've stormed their way to the finals.
Yeah.
And we'll be waiting to see who they will face. And whoever that is will have to defeat them twice.
All right.
So they also like guarantee themselves like I want to say $5,100 with that win. So
Yeah.
that was worth some money. It's a good win. Thanks for joining us. Hang out with us in about 30 minutes. We've got the Tier 2 team hot seat match, and that'll be our final match of the evening.
Yep.
So don't go too far. Go get a drink, grab a bite to eat,
Yep.
and order a pizza or whatever, and
You got pizza on the
settle
mind.
in. Well, because
I know. I saw in the chat.
BCAPL referee was eating pizza. He had to leave because he was going to go eat his pizza.
Okay.
I was like, you can't eat pizza and watch pool. You got a problem, son.
Yeah. Be sure to hit the subscribe and the little bell button.
That's right.
In a while, the stream will go offline for a moment, and then you'll have to refresh and get back onto it. We reset them so that it separates the videos. So just be aware if it goes offline, that is on purpose. Just make sure you go back to the front page, hop right back on. That match should be starting in right about 30 minutes, and we'll see you then. And Brett's going to turn off my mic so I don't make awful noises when I take the headset off.